am live. Hola, mi gente. Joe Barreto live from the Credit Card Connection Studios in actually balmy Hackensack, New Jersey. It's about 58 degrees, and we're going to freeze this weekend, so let me not just get used to that. But I hope all is well, mi gente. We have an amazing guest coming on in a little bit, so I decided to go on just a little bit early to catch up with some of the news that I needed to bring to you, because I did get some info the last day or so. But first, I want to say hello to mi gente in the chat. I got John, who was first today. Papi, how are you? Thank you for being here. Sean B. Wepa, how you doing, Papa? I appreciate you being here. Davo, hoy se bebe. That's right, every day se bebe. Thank you for being here, Davo. I appreciate you. Tariq, first you whip my tail in fantasy, and then you're starting 30 minutes late. What happened to your kindness, Joe? Tariq, Papi, what happened was, I'm sorry I beat you in fantasy, but we were the worst two teams in this league that Xavier, is running. And I'm not saying he was doing anything sketchy behind the scenes, but, we were 9th and 10th. Let's just call it that. But I wasn't number 10, so... Thank you for being here, Tariq. I appreciate you, Papi. Yo, what's going on, Garrett? How you doing, Papi? Aloha, Danica. What's going on? Thank you so much for being here as always. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I know you will be ninja watching. Yo, what's up? How are the drones in the Northeast? Well, the drones, they're not far from here, believe it or not. They've been seen over Teaneck. If I see a drone in my backyard, I don't know, man. I just might show them stuff that they want to see. I don't know. There's no drones in Hackensack for some reason, but they are literally all over the place. So we'll see, but no one knows anything, allegedly. You know how that goes. So I got Rod in La Casa. Rod from Points Blank Travel. How are you, puppy? What's good? Lisa will be here in a few. Rod, thank you for being here. Vincent Pasquale, puppy, how are you? Vincent always is so freaking cool just to get in touch with me. We always text each other and stuff, and I appreciate you being here, Vincent. Tech Yoda, Ernest, oh my God. Wepa. How you doing, Tech Yoda? Thank you for being here, puppy. I appreciate you. You're going to love this, Ernest. This is right up your alley, kid. Kevin, don't keep that umbrella up today. Try to get that membership thrown your way, puppy. How are you, Kevin? Hola, Tristan. How you doing, puppy? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Yo, Tariq, you did lose the toilet bowl, puppy. I'm sorry. Juan Meow Mix. Hello, Papa. Thank you for being here, puppy. You are the best. I appreciate you. Tristan, just got a Capital One. Wow, line of credit increase. 500 total bucks. Ooh, they were in the giving spirit for the holidays. Freaking Capital One, man. You can't make this up. I kid you not. So, Ernest in La Casa. We got some more people here. Hold on. I'd be remiss if Mr. 1099 in the house, Xavier. Mwah! Love you, Papa. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the super chat. Xavier, congratulations once again. Papi, the Bay Area is lucky to have you and your family. I wish you nothing but the best and success, because you deserve it. You are just an amazing, amazing man. And I thank you for being here and always showing us love. Thank you so much for being here, Papa. God bless you, man. Congratulations. We have, let me see who else. My beautiful niece, Victoria Loren. Hola, mi gente. Hola, Victoria. How you doing, mamita? Thank you for being here, baby girl. I love you, sweetie. My niece is just the best. I mean, look at that face. Look at that face. How beautiful is she? We got Jesse, YouTube Experiment. How you doing, puppy? Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Look at this. You found Lisa's channel recently. Yo, because she's fire. She is fire. Frugal Dad Finance. How you doing, Papa? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. CJ Bautista, how are you? As promised, on the drive home from work, here we are. Wepa. See, I love it when people check in when they're driving. That makes my day. Let me tell you. Thank you so much. Kevin says he still has the umbrella up. All right, Kevin, I love you. You're too cute. Rodrigo Mendez, Theo Joe, saw your Pathfinder video. Yo, my pain is real. I'm going to show you my pain again here for those of you that missed it. I appreciate you, Rodrigo. What's the point? How you doing, Mike? Looking to see who's gotten a credit back yet for Amex Biz Platinum Hilton gift card. Funny you should say that, Mike. I will show you. Raining pretty hard over the last week. Joshua in the Bay Area. Yo, they'll give Kevin luck. You got Kevin, I call Citi, still no update. Wells Fargo, still no update. No one wants to commit to anything. I doubt it'll hit before the new year with a week and a half to go or 2 weeks to go, actually. So I'm thinking right now it's going to be January, okay? But I appreciate that. CJ, what part of the Bay Area? Here we go. Here we go. ETFs and crypto are my thing. Uh-oh, look at this. John, how you doing? Lisa will be fired. Thank you for the super chat, John. I appreciate you, puppy. Thank you so much. People on Reddit were saying that Amex Business Plat worked on gift cards. So that being said, I'm going to show you right now. Give me 1 second. I love ETFs. Texas dog, my dog en la casa. Got approved. Yo, that's the card I want. I kid you not, Texas dog. I keep checking Chase on their pre-approvals. I want that card because of the stays are just amazing there. So that works, Tex. Congratulations, Papi. I appreciate you. The Wepa coin to the moon. Yo, don't get me started. I wonder how I could do that, Davo. I would love to see how that's going to work for me. Look at this. Congrats. This is awesome. Everybody showing love. Amazing value when you went to Japan with it. That's great. Now, I wanted to bring this up. Last Thursday, I went live and I asked Amex if their new Hilton Biz credit would work on Hilton, what it would work for. They told me only at properties, but here's proof. I applied, and I'm going to show you this now. I applied, and you can see it says, congratulations, your recent stay with Hilton Hotels has qualified for the $200 Hilton statement credit, up to $50 per quarter. The statement credit has been posted to your account. So the reason why I was a little skeptical at first was because if you look at the bottom where it says the Business Platinum credit card members can get up to $200 in statement credit per calendar year when you make it directly with a property on your Business Platinum card, and you have to be a member of the Hilton for Business program. That's what threw me, because when you go with the other Hilton Surpass or Aspire or whatever, you don't have to go through hoops for that. But literally, guys, the same day that I did this, I got the credit. So I now have five $50 gift cards for Hilton. So try it. It's going to work. I also want to thank one of the viewers, Ritpa, RITPA, for being here and telling me last Friday, I believe, that he applied and got the credit. So I went ahead and did it this past weekend. And as you see how quickly this was done, I got it. So this is a good thing for all of you out there that might be considering the Hilton, the American Express Business Platinum card. You should check it out. You still have time to get that card before the end of the year. Take advantage of the end of the year credits on it if you haven't opened it up. That Dell credit is still there. So you figure you got your Dell credit for $200, you got your travel credit that you could throw into a travel bank, and then you have this Hilton credit. Right there, those three credits will leave you short of $95 for the year for that card. I told you guys from the beginning, to me, the Amex Business Platinum card, to me, is better, even more so than the regular personal card. And before I bring on my friend to the stage, I just want to show you something really quick here. Thank you, Luis. Joe's lives are my favorite. He's like a radio announcer, ready for the Wepa. It's going to come your way. It'll come your way, Luis. Thank you for those kind words. I appreciate you. Prince, how you doing? Dell, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Joshua, hopefully it ain't San Francisco. They got hit with a small earthquake. I saw that. So, Xavier, God bless you. Phil Mo, good evening, Papi. How are you? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Look at the love for Phil Mo. Look at this. All right. We got everybody in here today. Tech Yoda, San Jose, Sister City to San Antonio. We got this year Wells Fargo released 4 credit cards. I believe, Kevin, you are not wrong. That's why I think they haven't released it yet, Kevin. And I got question for the chat. Best no annual fee business travel card. Ooh, I would think honestly, if you're into Amex membership rewards points, it's the Blue Business Plus. It's not a bad card. It's a powerful card. So I'm gonna bring up one other thing that you guys have mentioned. This is what happened to me this past week. I'm not lying. The date is there. It says your credit score 848. Date December 3rd. Right now, I applied for a PenFed credit union just to open up an account because I heard it was better to do it that way and then get the card for the Pathfinder. 848 credit score. I didn't get the card because they say I have the time since most recent account openings is too short. Length of time revolving around accounts have been established. Too many accounts with balances. Ratio of balance to limit on bank revolving is too high. They're not wrong on the recent account opening because I did open the Chase Prime Visa card for Amazon, right? The Amazon card. But, I have 27 cards. So I do have a lot of cards. The increase is a lot of BS because I don't have as many, especially when it comes to TransUnion and Experian. So, I just think that they've been really tough. Look at the comments on the video that I just did. Everybody and their mother was in this same boat. And the reason I put this up, it wasn't just because of this particular card. It's that it just proves to you that a credit card score, a high FICO score, does not guarantee you a thing. Forget about the Chase 524 rule. But I'm telling you right now, this does not guarantee it. They look at everything else. So the reason I did it so quickly Sunday was because I want everybody to understand that it's not always the FICO score. They're going to look and see when was the last time you opened the card. They want to see what your balances are. They want to see how many cards you've opened up and so on. So it's just a warning shot I gave you. But as you can see with the Amex Business Platinum, that Hilton gift card came through like a champ. So hopefully Amex isn't listening and we can continue to reap those benefits. Any NL links on Amex Personal Plat? I have not seen that yet, Mike. I'll go to San Jose tomorrow. We have a bunch of family out there. Everybody's saying what's up. Chase Trifecta, Texas Dog. I have all the ink cards, but I don't have the only Chase card I have is the Sapphire Preferred. Here we go. Memphis Mike. Thank you for being here. Memphis Mike. I love the name, kid. PenFed has gone downhill this past year. In my opinion, I canceled my cards. And then I also realized, I'm not going to lie to you, that their points are kind of hard to use. Not difficult, but not as easy. And you can't really get cash out of them either. So no big loss, I guess. But it would have been nice because a lot of people think it's a solid card. But thank you for being here, Memphis Mike. Ian, how you doing, Ian? Thank you for being here. Rejection is legit. I don't fit the algorithm. You're right. I'm not even kidding. Too short was a month, to be honest with you. I opened the card for Black Friday, so it was less than a month. It was like a week and a half. Yo, we're gonna beat the heck out of everybody in Puerto Rico with the Hilton gift cards. I'm telling you right now. Manuel, how you doing, puppy? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Yeah, see, I agree. They look at everything. Now, mi gente, before we go on, I just want to say here, Jonathan Martinez, hello. Saludos from Barcelona, Spain, or I should say Barcelona, Spain. Here for the holidays, but needed my dose of Barreto FX, almost 2 a.m. Oh my God, that's amazing. Yo, Jonathan, thank you. That shows, God bless you, man. Thank you so much for that. That means a heck of a lot to me. And that being said, coming up to the stage, it's the woman of the hour that we've been waiting for. She has nothing but fire on her channel. And I'm going to bring up, there she goes, Liza J. Stocks is her channel. Lisa, how you doing, Lisa? I can't hear you, Lisa.
I'm good, Joe. Thanks for having me on.
I love your setup. That mic is fire. First of all, the background is always, look. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate that.
No problem, no problem. And thanks for accommodating my time frame because I was in a rush to get here, but I was gonna
No,
get here for you.
my love, don't, no, please. And I appreciate that. I want you to introduce yourself to people that may not know who you are. We have a lot of new people here today. We're at 61 people already, and we just started.
Okay.
So take it away.
All right. So I crossed paths with Joe recently. I became a part of the community, and I just had my 2-year YouTube anniversary. And so I guess a newer YouTuber than I think most of you guys. But I have been building up my channel over these last couple of years, sharing my journey in finance and investing and making better money moves for myself and my family. And I have stocks built into my name, so definitely stock market, but we talk all things money.
Now, one thing I find fascinating that you do in your videos and you speak about when you've been on the lives, that you have your daughter involved, right? Like she is actively involved in what you do, what um invest in. She's up on stuff. Explain to people why that's so important at this point.
Well, she didn't. I've given her the opportunity. I've asked her, did she want to choose any of her investments? And she said no, because I thought she might say Starbucks or McDonald's or whatever. And we would have invested into it if she had chose something. But, you know, um, going back to my own personal story, I my family did not pass on any knowledge to me. I didn't know how to do anything. I didn't understand taxes, anything, registering the car, never mind uh 401k and selections and investing and prioritizing making your money grow. I was just in a household where they were just trying to make ends meet, make the money, spend the money, the bills, keep the lights on and a roof over our head. I really didn't grow up with this concept of make our money, make more money, have businesses, have multiple streams of income, make investments so that do everything that you can so that your money is working harder for you than you can possibly do by just holding on to it. And all the aspects, having a budget, not getting yourself putting yourself in a situation where you're spending every dime. So I'm just trying to, and I did a lot of the things that I'm describing that I'm saying I didn't have the example. I repeated it, and I don't want my daughter to repeat it. So I tell her the good and the bad, so that she can know, mommy already went through these struggles and I don't want you to repeat them. And I want you to have an understanding of the power of investing.
Wow. That's all I could tell you is wow. How long have you so when did you start? How old were you when you started?
Well,
Like really thinking about investing?
for myself, okay, so I put it like this. I've been working full time since I've been 19 years old. And I was working in an office setting. I just had a little clerk job because obviously I didn't have a college degree. My very first role I had was my title, I believe, was payroll clerk.
Okay.
So, but I worked in an office setting. I was working for a company. They offered me a 401k. And from then, so from a teenager, I was 19 or 20, I was, contributing a percentage to my 401k since then. And I've been working my entire adult life. So different companies, but I've always done it in that way. But a few years ago, um, I decided to start investing for myself outside of that. And I decided to open up an investment account for my daughter. So that's where the shift change came. And I always say this in every interview, what was the shift for me that made me really change? And two things I always talk about is the going into lockdown in the pandemic and being laid off multiple times in corporate America. It made me want to make myself more self-sufficient and not be reliant upon a job as much as I was, because I could see that things can happen and you can be really stuck and in a hard place. So you need to prioritize how am I going to take care of me outside of that 9 to 5?
That is something that I'm sure a lot of the people here in the chat can really just get behind it and realize that, um, especially in corporate America. See, I work for the city of New York and the state where you're there until you don't want to be there. And but if you work for a private company or a firm or anything else, they can let you go tomorrow and you're done. So then people
I've
and
been there.
I know people here in the chat that have kind of gone through it. And that's something that you're pre-planning. You're trying to kind of play offense before you have to play defense if things turn left real quick. So I really do give it to you in terms of how you were able to get to that point in your life where you know that was important. um is this something that you do on a daily basis, that you check everything, or do you just kind of invest, set it and forget it for a bit? Like, how does this work for you, or for us mortals out here, let's say?
No, it's a constant thing. My phone and my watch are constantly buzzing with alerts, and it's because I'm that interested in certain investments. I have lots of alerts set, so it's an all the time thing.
Well, I have to tell you, I
There,
give you credit because you did something for me and you're not even aware of it. The last couple of times that we've been on different lives and together, um, on the community and stuff, you mentioning the investments and how you went about it, and even with crypto a couple of weeks ago when I made a small video that I was thinking of doing that, I was terrified. I'm gonna be honest with you, because like everybody here knows, I'm the oldest one doing this in this game. I'm 58, and I'm not in that position anymore like I used to be, that if I needed to make all that crazy money, I could. Now it's kind of like, what you got, and then you got to work with it. But you took some fear away from me. And because of you, I opened up several accounts that I wanted to throw at you today. I opened up different apps to run those accounts through. And I wanted tonight for you to tell everyone here, because I know that's what they're here for, what you suggest is a good move for a beginner if they want to get into stocks, or maybe a company that they want to get into, if crypto is worth it, whatever like that, because you have a lot of people in the chat that you're going to see in a minute are going to, just ask questions about that. So before I take an answer, I just want to show you um some comments. It says Sean, his credit card usage from 2 to 0 dropped his score 30 points, which is counterintuitive. Sylvia is one of our most loyal viewers, and she hasn't been here in a minute. Sylvia, my love, thank you for being here. Sylvia has another question you'll see at the bottom, and this is all about you, Lisa. We have let me see. Yeah, a week and a half. Yeah, that's what it was. That's why they denied me my card. Lisa, I took a beating with the PenFed Pathfinder card. I didn't technically apply. I did their pre-approval and they rejected me with an 848 score, which is
hey, I heard
ridiculous.
you saying that you had opened an account too recently.
Yeah, so that's so Vincent says, welcome, welcome. Jonathan, welcome. We have a lot of, look at this. Rod, Lisa in the building. Smash that like for Joe and Lisa. Thank you, CJ. I appreciate that. Rodrigo's here for that Lisa Wepa. They already know. I gave him a warning. So, look at
Listen,
this.
after seeing Tasha last night, I was gonna put in the chat last night that I wasn't gonna come on tonight as a joke. But I listen. I've been a little bit tight all day worrying about this.
No, don't worry. Never that. This is the easiest channel ever to come on. You'll see. But check this out. This is Ernest, Tech Yoda. Found your channel before you coming on. Love the content. ETFs and crypto are his thing. Okay. And here's Sylvia, hoping to learn about stocks for this upcoming year. Glad I was able to tune in. So you have people that are just really appreciative that you're here. So, and this is complementing what you said. I think many of us didn't grow up financially literate homes. My parents, God rest their souls, were busy keeping a roof over my brothers and I heads. That's how the effect you have on people. Financial literacy is important. Financial education starts young. My 5-year-old now asks for cash so he can buy assets when he can't think of a toy, which is often. I didn't figure this stuff out until my early 30s, and I'm almost 40 now. So, this is just wonderful. Memphis Mike, I'm gonna turn this over now to Lisa. I did XRP last weekend, and it is my friend so far. I cannot complain about XRP. So, Lisa, which would you rather do now in going into 2025? Is the emphasis going to be certain stocks like VTI? I see you talk about a lot, or crypto?
I don't think I'll ever be heavily into crypto, but I kind of do it all. I do the ETFs. As far as my taxable accounts, I do the ETFs. I do the individual stocks. I do I have a REIT in my portfolio. I have a BDC in my portfolio, and I have my crypto. But I think crypto will always be the smallest percentage in my portfolio because of the volatility of it. But I do have Bitcoin, and I stepped up my Bitcoin a few weeks ago. I stepped up my Bitcoin position.
Really?
Yes.
So you're gonna laugh.
Mostly Bitcoin, a little Ethereum, and some XRP. I did recently do what I could to.
When you say stepped up, if you don't mind my asking, stepping up between you and what I'm gonna say right now, you're gonna laugh. Is I put in $50 just to see how it works, because I don't know how to do this. I'm gonna be honest with you. Everyone here in the chat knows what you see is what you get. I tell you what I know and what I don't know. And crypto was so new to me. So I opened up Robinhood at first to do Robinhood and use and purchase through there. Then I opened up Coinbase, and then the other one was Kraken. So I have different ones.
Why did you choose all of those? I was going to jokingly say to you before, when you said you were opening all these accounts, I was going to say, Joe, I hope you use some of my referral links.
Okay, so what do you have? Talk to me.
It doesn't sound like you did.
No, but talk to me. What is it that you have? Talk to us here. We'll all do it.
I don't have any of the accounts that you just mentioned.
But I can open up another one, because again, I put in a pittance of $50. I just try to learn how to use it, how to use the app, see, how the markets go up and down, things like that. So talk to us. Tell us what you have, what you use. Because if it's successful for you, we'd be stupid not to listen and make it successful for us. So go right ahead.
The last few companies, I moved all of my retirement accounts to Fidelity, and my daughter's accounts are at Fidelity. And I was lucky that the last couple of companies that I worked for, that was the brokerage company. So that was good. And then on my own, I use primarily Webull, Moomoo, and Public. Those are where I build my separate portfolios for.
Webull, Moomoo, and which one?
Public.
So out of those three, because I've seen Webull, some of the content creators in YouTube for years get that as their affiliate or whatever, and they talk about it quickly, like Ben Hedges and stuff like that. Which is better? Which is easier?
Easier, I think Webull might be easier, but I think research-wise, Webull is really good too. And my preference, and I've been with Webull the longest, so I kind of have it's easy for me because I know it so well. But I think either Webull or Moomoo have great features that you can grow with, and that's another thing that I like to have available to me, even if I'm not necessarily doing something yet. I want to be ready to be able to do it. Like with options trading, or just being in a cash account. I just like to have everything ready for when I'm ready to move up, that it's available to me.
And when you say moving up, like you mentioned before, with Bitcoin, right? So Bitcoin was trading at some point yesterday, the day before, at 106,000, right, per
It's
coin or
100
something.
and it's 106 right now.
Okay,
I
I
have
love
it
how
on
you
my
just.
screen right
I
next
was
to
just
me.
gonna say you just looked over like it's a newscast, and it's you have the banner of MSNBC Financial here, but so it's at 106, which also it carried some of the other companies up with it. I noticed that they went up as well. What do you so if you don't mind sharing, when you want to move up or bump up, do you do it in increments of 100? Do you do it daily a little bit? Because I know you have this and I want you to mention it tonight, the challenge you have about putting money aside, like that, the way you do it almost on a schedule. So talk to us about all that.
I haven't done that when it comes to crypto. I would say
Okay.
on crypto, I might have over, different time frames had weekly commitments, buying it on the dip, but I never kind of did a permanent set it and forget it thing when it comes to crypto.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that that was a good thing to do because I could have been more focused and built up my Bitcoin position back when it was, in the 50,000 range. But I when it comes to crypto, I kind of will put some orders in at the price that I want, and just have alerts set, and sometimes my orders fill and that brings it to my attention, and then I can go put more orders in at a lower price, and that's kind of the way I built up my crypto position. But I haven't been as dedicated to say I'm doing $10 a day or I'm doing $25 a week for the next, for the next year into a particular crypto. When it comes to crypto, I've never done a challenge like that. I've never been that committed to it.
Okay, but for stocks, do you do it for stocks? Like when
Yes,
you're
I do.
doing the
I do it for stocks. One thing that I've been sharing, I started it over 2 years ago, is a challenge. I call it a challenge because that's where some of my investing started from. I joined a 10-week challenge and then I just kept it going and going and going. So one that I'm still doing is I do $10 per day into VTI, which you mentioned, which is the Vanguard total US stock market. And another one that I do is I invest into my passive income portfolio on a weekly basis. I was doing one share, but now that Mumu has the availability of us doing fractional shares, I can do, a fraction into multiple investments over there. But it's just a matter of me not letting a week pass that I'm not building into that portfolio.
Can you explain? I think I kind of understand what fractional shares are with Mumu, because I guess not every um app or company that does it offers that. So Mumu does. So if a share is a certain price, you could buy a portion of it. Is that correct?
Yes. So like right now, VTI is basically $300, 299.66. So I buy $10 daily. I don't have to jump in and buy a full share. I can just set my amount, and I do it daily, which I know some people may think is extreme, but it works for me and I like it. Some people like to do it weekly or tied to payday or once a month. That's your personal preference. But for that particular investment, I do $10 a day, no matter what the price is, 5 days a week, and then I make up for holidays, and that's just how I've been going
Really?
about it. That's how I've been going about it since the start of since I committed to that challenge, and now I have about, I think, 26 shares.
Wow. So that's all done through Mumu, right?
No, that particular one I do on public, but
Public.
just recently, I would say maybe about 6 months or so, Mumu started to have fractional shares available on most of their investments. So you can do that there too.
Could you put up your links on our chat when you get a chance so that we can use your referrals? Or
Sure.
do people go to your chat? You could also,
Well, I can
John, I think,
probably give my
J-
link tree.
yeah, okay. I
Okay.
appreciate that. Now, A lot of people look at this. Great tips. And Jackie here. Jackie, how you doing, my love? Thank you for being here today from the Credit Connector. Jackie, you're up next, Jackie. I will bring you on, mama. Crypto is a hedge against market volatility and the Fed printing money. I'm telling you, Ernest knows his stuff. Tech Yoda is amazing. Joshua made the mistake of selling VTI to buy NVIDIA at its highest. Learned my mistake. So, and this is what it is. It's all learning. That's what I tell people. What would you recommend someone start off with who doesn't have Beyonce money to invest? That's Sylvia. What do you recommend? Someone who brand new.
Well, first and foremost, it's like I need to know. I don't know. I don't want to drag my answers on, but are you working? Does your company have a retirement account? I don't know what field you work in. Is there a 403B, a 401k? Is there something available there that there can potentially be a company match? Are you taking full advantage of that? Because you don't have to do all the other stuff that we're talking about with crypto and opening an app and doing this stuff if you're not even in a good position there of focusing on your retirement. In my opinion, I think that should be your first priority, even above investing for your children. You have to take care of your older self, else those children are going to be stuck taking care of the older you. So
wow, well put. But so basically, if you're working, utilize all the benefits and other things that can with the job, correct?
But back to what Sylvia is saying, what would you recommend to start off with? Definitely an ETF. And that's something I don't feel that anyone needs to wait on. An ETF, like Joe has mentioned, the VTI, or another one could be SPLG. That is an ETF that gives you exposure to the S&P 500, low expense ratio, low cost ETF. And if you want to do more than that, get started with that, and then you can research and learn and grow from there. And like I said, there's many platforms, many brokerage companies that you can buy fractional shares. So don't think you need to get started day one. I have to have $1,000. I have to have 500. No,
you don't. And I'm proof of that. I literally put $50. Like, I'm not kidding. I put $50 because I want to try it. And the other thing I want to prove to people, and I did this when I spoke about the crypto about a week and a half ago, is that your age, although some of it comes into play where you don't want to put yourself in a position when you're older and you don't make the money you did when you were younger, but not to be afraid. Like, my life isn't over. I'm 58. I still have a lot to go. And I want to be able to take advantage of things like this. My dad showed me how to do that. My father started investing in his late 50s and did it until he passed, and when he passed, he had like 8 different accounts that then I thank God I always kept track of it with him. But he was a smart man that was always had his his fingertips on the pulse of stuff. And that's what I see you do, because you do it so effortlessly. I got to give you credit because you really just command it. You own it. I see it. And that's what put me at ease. I'm really telling you the truth. You talking the last couple of months that I've been watching pushed me to do what I did. I'm not exaggerating. So I thank you for that.
Well, you're very welcome. I don't know how I'm taking the credit, but
well, because you know what, you keep it real. You don't make it difficult.
It's
a lot
not
of people
difficult.
in this space.
That is a message that I want. That feels so good for you to say that, because I don't want anyone to think that investing is not for them and that it's too complicated. There are elements to it that are complicated, but you don't have to go that far. We all should be, in my opinion, we all should be investing. We all should be investing in ourselves and for our families. And we don't have to do anything. We don't have to do any investing and trading. Two different things there. And that's what I mean about something that is more complicated, something that does take a lot of ability to read charts and make different types of decisions. And uh, it takes an understanding. Investing into a good, sound ETF, mutual fund that will grow steadily over time, has a low expense ratio. That is a different thing.
You mentioned that, and the one thing that comes into my mind, again with my dad, years ago, I think it was '08 when everything tanked in 2008. Um, he had some money invested in AIG, and then everything went to heck, and a lot of people that he did it with pulled their money out, and he said, I'm gonna let it rock. And they took hits, and his tripled by the time he passed, because he left it. He says, just because something dips doesn't mean you should pull out. You could either buy more, and mind you, he never went to college, never did. So him not having that fear kind of puts me at ease, and hearing the way you break it down super puts me at ease. And I want to show everybody, so you didn't see, I'm not making this up. I put $50 in. It's worth 47.47 on Coinbase. The most difficult thing, and this was last night at midnight, I did this. I was bored, and it was uploading documents. That was the hardest part, because the light was hitting my license. That was about it. So easy to do. Robinhood is another one. And Robinhood, Chad got me into this, but I started, so I could show people, no lie, I started at 400 a week and a half ago. I'm at 446 across Litecoin, XRP, and I think we both said it, Shibu Inu, something like that.
Shiba Inu. Mm-hmm.
So that, just to show people, so $46 in a week on just whatever. You're never going to see that anywhere else. Put it in a bank, you're going to get 1 cent for every $10,000 you have there. So what would you suggest for somebody? You have some questions here. Let me see. Recommend gold and silver in your portfolio. That's Memphis Mike. Do you have gold and silver in your portfolio?
Do I? No, I do not. I don't have it in the form of, no, I do not in any way, shape, or form.
And then Joshua's saying he's heard about the FBTC, but don't have Fidelity. Thanks for the info on IBIT. John uses Weeble and Moomoo. And what is it here? Wait, do you use brokerage link with your Fidelity?
No, not Fidelity. No, I do not.
Okay.
I don't have a link for Fidelity.
People know what they're talking about here. I have no clue. We really don't have any good ETF wrappers for coins other than Bitcoin, but that will change in 2025. What are your thoughts on that?
He's saying that I'm the one that you mentioned there, the FBTC. I have invested into that. That's the only, and that was very recently. That's the only Bitcoin investment, outside of the actual Bitcoin that I've ever invested into. I'm not very versed in it. I've been in my own personal portfolio. I've been investing into actual Bitcoin. I was never really on board with jumping into investing into Bitcoin in that way. But my Fidelity account where I live does not allow for me to invest directly into Bitcoin in that brokerage account.
Really?
Else I wouldn't have even gotten open to it and tried to even,
Wow. Okay.
I'm sorry if my answers are a little.
No, my love. No. I just want to ask, because everybody here, that's one thing you'll see on my lives. They are loyal as loyal can be. One, as you saw earlier, he's in Spain on vacation, and it's 2-something in the morning, and he's here. So Ernest says we should end up with ETFs soon, and eventually basket ETFs that have several of the larger non-meme coins. I have no idea what that means.
Ethereum.
What does that mean?
He's talking about
Ethereum. Okay.
Yes.
Now there's Ethereum, and then there was another one, Ethereum Classic or something. What's the difference? I know one is at $4,000 and the other one's like at 30-something.
Again, I invest into the actual Ethereum Bitcoin, not these variants or bundles that are derivatives
Thank you. I
that
appreciate that.
that track the same. So I'm not very versed on it to talk to you about that.
Okay. No, I appreciate your honesty. Thank you.
Okay.
Kevin is 18 years old. Kevin is here every single week. Which company is easy for stock or easy to use?
Which company?
Right.
I think, like I said, I think Webull and Moomoo are both pretty good, but I would say Webull is easy. I think it's easier. I've never had a Robinhood account, but people have told me that Robinhood is very easy. I cannot believe that it is easier than Webull, because I think Webull is very nicely laid out and gives you your information in a nice snapshot. And I've heard, and I'm saying this again from someone who has never had a Robinhood account. I've heard people make a lot of complaints about having trouble with their orders filling, especially using their stop loss and things over there. So I don't know.
So Webull has been good for you in terms of just the ease of use and that it's consistent, right? There's no, you haven't had any glitches with it yourself and things like that.
Yeah, I really
Okay.
haven't.
I
Other
think
than really a freak thing, like, I was in something that, what was it? Oh, I don't even want to use it as an example. It's so obscure. Never mind.
you know what? I guess here in the credit card community space, Robinhood also took off because of their credit card that 3 times on everything.
Okay.
And then you could roll whatever you earn there into your investments, which is super easy. So their app is easy. That's the easiest one that I've seen. And they actually keep you up to date pretty much with the news. Like I have Litecoin. Litecoin dropped like 20 something and then it went back up again,
Mhm.
things like that. But Texas Dog is saying Schwab and Fidelity have great resources. Schwab has a better app and Amex appreciation credit. Ernest likes Robinhood, but most of the bigger names are fine. Call me Lonnie. Lonnie, how you doing? Good evening, Lonnie. Thank you for being here. Mr. Potato, hola, papa, how are you? I love these names here, Lisa. Kay, how you doing, Kay? I liked M1 Finance until they started charging a monthly fee if you have less than 10K with them. They gave me the laziest way to invest, and I love them for it. Now I'm at Schwab. So you nodded your head. Did you have that as well?
Okay, so one of my first accounts, okay, back when I got started, doing my investing on my own outside of the 401k, M1 Finance, it might have been my very first account. That and Webull, I think those were definitely ahead of the other two that I've mentioned. So I made it. A family member helped me because they thought that would be a good fit for me, because M1 is kind of like a pie. You choose your investments and then you put your money in, and it buys you a little bit of everything that you put in the pie.
Right.
So
I have that with Schwab. Schwab has something similar, like the pie concept. They
yeah,
have pieces of things, and then you have your total that you have.
I put my $100 in there. I never used the account again until this fee came about, and then I had to liquidate my account and get my money.
See, but you kept it
Because
real. I
I
love that. Oh my
I wanted
God.
to they thought that was gonna be the perfect fit for me, and no, I wanted to be over there, doing all the things and, getting the Apple and the Amazon and the Nvidia, which I could have done in that that method over there. I just didn't resonate with me.
Wow. Okay. No, thank you for that. Ernest is saying he has a daily buy of $10 into Bitcoin and 5 into Ethereum, set as a DCA. What is that?
Dollar cost averaging.
God bless you. In Robinhood. There are big
That's
dips.
so when we say fractional shares, that's what you compare with it. Fractional
Okay.
shares, dollar cost averaging. You pick your dollar amount and then you can invest that way until you build up into, your shares will build up in time.
And I'm
Well,
glad
not
you said that because everybody thinks you have to come in with a lot of money, pray that it goes up in 3 weeks, and then, oh my God, I'm rich, right? But it's slow, it's steady, it's consistency from what I'm hearing from you. You have to continue to build and add to it, right? Through the good and the bad.
Yes, yes. Just like, okay, so think about it. If you're with a company and you have your 401k, it comes out of your paycheck. You're investing every time, when it comes to your own personal investing, if you do decide to invest on your own, you have to think of it the same way. Are you going to be like, oh, the market is, things are whatever. We're in a downturn. I'm not going to invest, or things are thriving. Should I pull back on my investing? That's your choice if you want to go about it, because uh, that's your personal preference. But I don't. I'm the type that I'm not. I don't ever stop investing. I don't take breaks
All right.
because of that. When it comes to whether it's my 401k out of my paycheck or my personal investing, I don't take a total break of because of the way the economy is right now. I'm not gonna invest.
And as I'm hearing you, you mentioned $10 a day, right? Okay, a month is $300. A lot of people here in this chat, or people that they spend $8 to $10 on coffee a day, right?
Mhm,
And we don't even give it a thought,
mhm.
and or they just tap with their pay with the app and they don't look at it. But you could see that if you literally stick to that, that would be amazing. The amount at the end of the month, you're going to see that at $10, you'd probably be able to buy one share of VTI, right? Because you said it's almost $300 right now.
Yeah, but $10, that would be about $200, not 3.
Oh, because that's right.
Yeah.
It's not the weekend, right? Okay,
But
got you.
that's the way I do it, but I
Okay,
do know I've seen other people do videos where they said they figured it out that they wanna do 70 something per week or something,
got
because
you.
they're trying to encompass every single day of the year.
Right. But I mean, that's a lot of, like, in a short time, then you could buy that one share, right? And so you went from a portion of one or a fraction of one to one.
Mm.
And it's just that. And I so here Prince is saying, Dell is saying, Lisa, we gotta talk more ETFs. What about, and he says he loves your content. I love that. So what about ETFs attracts you to it?
It's the stability. It's the diversification, it's the stability, it's the quarterly dividends, it's the history that you can reflect upon and know, that you're not like VTI, you're betting on all of America right there. You're
Right.
not dependent on, one particular company that like, who was I just talking about? Super Micro Computer, like a particular company, or well, CrowdStrike, what they did a couple months back when they had all this drama. Certain things can heavily impact a stock if if there's an accounting scandal or something goes wrong. But when you are investing into 500 or hundreds or thousands of stock in one investment, you're not going to be as heavily impacted when one particular, or even a few are being heavily impacted. Now, there's going to be times like what we went through with lockdown and all that situation where the entire economy is going to be impacted, but you have to be ready to wait that out and keep on investing so that you can reap the reward after when the economy recovers. And is America going to fail? Or is everything going to collapse? No, I think we will always recover. It's just a matter of putting your money in the right place. And an ETF that gives you exposure, broad exposure, I don't think you can go wrong with that.
You know, when you mentioned earlier about work, so for the city of New York, they have the tax deferred, right? Or TDA. And again, in '08, I was only putting 2 or 3% because I was injured and I really couldn't work. So I was only putting 3% of my salary. And I remember I had 100 and something thousand and it went to 65. Everybody hit the panic mode and started moving their money and pulling it out. I let
Mm-mm.
it sit. And I didn't, I added more that towards the end, like I was up to like 15 or 20%. And I made a killing. I'm
Mhm.
gonna be honest with you. As I got older and I knew I was gonna retire, I switched then to more of a fixed where I was getting 7% a year,
Mhm.
which is not bad on money you've had sitting there for 20 years, and it still continues to do that. I don't touch it, it stays there. So I can see where people that work in certain situations and places that offer it take advantage because that's easy money. My son called me a couple of months ago. He goes, Daddy, he works for the University of Pittsburgh. He says, I didn't know I had a 401k. He goes, they match what I put. And he's 24. And I said, Puppy, that's great. That's how it should go. So something
Dad,
like
you
that.
didn't teach him.
Yeah, I didn't know. I don't know. I'm learning. You know what I'm saying? So like I never did any of that. Because again, the city does it differently. We never got a 401k. You got this, and that was it. You were able to pick if you wanted something more riskier. And I did that for the majority of my 30s and 40s. But as I was
Mhm.
getting closer to 50, I pulled it back because I didn't want to risk seeing what happened in '08 happen again. So but it's I think what people need to learn is that they need to be patient and they need to ask questions and they need to research. Like Sled says, do your research.
Yeah,
So
who was it that asked the question earlier? Was it Sylvia?
Sylvia, yes.
Sylvia, yeah, Sylvia said that she has a 403B. A message I'd love to just keep on telling people is don't make sure you're checking on the performance and make sure that you are in the best available funds or target dated funds, mutual funds, whatever your options are. Make sure that you are in the best possible fit. Check on the performance. And I know I agree with what you were saying about you have to factor in your age and your tolerance, but I think many people, when they get to retirement, lost out on hundreds of thousands of dollars because of being in poor investments that they weren't mindful of and weren't keeping an eye on, as well as using their retirement as a place for money when other things happen because they don't have savings. And
Thank you.
that's the first big sum of money that they ever build up, and then something happens, whatever, the furnace goes out, and they're looking at that to pull money and take a hardship, and you need to just let that sit and grow because that is for you when you are old.
Thank you for that. Thank you, Lisa. I really appreciate that. Chad Money Minutes is in the house. How you doing, Chad? Yo, I know I'm behind here on the chat. Um, ST Shingro says, but now start to leverage compounding interest. Sylvia has a good question. What does VTI stand for?
I think Chad answered her a while back.
Okay.
I was going to write it for her because
Okay. Yeah, I'm so far
yes,
behind.
there it is. Chad answered her. I was going to
Okay.
answer her.
Okay. And a dip in the stock means the market is on sale. Thank you for that, Kay. I know I'm a little bit behind here, guys. And this is the Great Hun 62. VTI VU QQQ JEPI JEPQ. Do you know any of these?
Yes, I do. And I want to do a video about QQQ and QQQM, I believe, because I think that's a example that I want to, make sure that people are in the lowest expense ratio option that can, keep as much money, the hard-earned cash in your own pocket. But yeah, those are all, well, I don't know BND and BTG off the top of my head, but those first few there are popular ETFs.
And are they expensive? Like in terms of a couple
The
of hundred
share
a
price
share?
or
Yeah,
or
share
or
price.
expense
Like this.
ratio.
No.
Um, VOO is about what, 500 per share, but I already mentioned an alternative to that if share price matters to you. So VOO is 555 per share. VTI is about 300 per share. I don't know QQQ and the other ones off the top of my head,
Okay.
but the expense ratio on VTI and VOO is 0.03%. So very low.
Oh, thank you. You see, I'm learning. I swear, if I could take notes and do all this at the same time, but I'll replay it. Juan Garcia is Mr. MIA from Florida. Wepa Papi, thank you so much for coming in. My love to Maria Papa. I appreciate you. Dividend Kings and Rates.
REITs.
REITs. What is
Yes.
that?
Real estate investment trust.
See, God bless you. I need like
It's
closed captioning for some stuff because I don't know what they are. So I
It's
appreciate
a
you
way
breaking
of
it
getting
down.
exposure to real estate in your investing. Like the one I only have one in my portfolio, and it's Realty Income right now. And so
Okay.
they're a company that they own all of, like, if you go to, like, your local gym or, like, Walgreens and BJ's, they own those buildings.
Oh, okay.
So when you invest
The big
into real
commercial. Okay, got you.
yes, they own, and those type of tenants, they pay their own, maintenance and all of that. They just, so they're like triple let net leases that are very dependable. And those type of companies or businesses, they come and they stay for a long time. You don't see the BJ's coming and going, or
Right.
the Walgreens or the CVS or the dollar store. Most likely they're long-term tenants, so that's a way to get exposure to real estate.
And Joker here says, Joker, thank you for coming today, puppy. I appreciate you. Fidelity also offers proprietary zero expense ratio index funds. Look up Fidelity Zero Funds. Do you have that?
I have looked at them. I have not invested into any of the zero funds. I have not been inclined to. At Fidelity, though, I did move a large portion of a retirement account that I had at Empowerment. I moved it to Fidelity, and I invest into FXAIX. And that is my favorite fund, though it's not zero, it's 0.015. So very, very low expense ratio, but that was what my preference to choose for my investing over there.
Now, you mentioned when I mentioned before about pricing, and then I said stock price, and you mentioned just now expense ratio.
Mhm.
What's the difference? What does that mean? What should you look for?
I'm
The
sorry,
price
what
of the
did you
stock?
Oh, okay. So when you're investing into an ETF, there's gonna be an expense ratio. It's gonna be a fee because it's a managed fund. So and dependent on what you want to have exposure to, you may have to have a slightly higher expense ratio than the ones that I've mentioned today. But I strive to have the lowest one that fits into my needs, because you don't wanna lose money to fees. You're trying to keep your money, and then you can then when you get your quarterly dividend, which most ETFs are gonna pay you on a quarterly basis, then you can reinvest, that money that you get for your dividend in order to buy more stocks. So, those are just a few elements that you should keep in mind when you're, investing into an ETF.
Okay.
And because of fractional shares, I'm not a person that's, hung up on the price of the ETF or the investment,
Because
because
it's low, right?
we can buy it little by little,
Okay.
so
So
but
Sylvia wants
the
to know Fidelity only on Webull can you do that?
fractional shares,
Yeah.
everything that I've mentioned today, you can do fractional shares. Fidelity is as low as $1. 'Cause
Okay.
I've had my daughter invest $1, $2.50, very low amounts on Fidelity, but
Wow.
the other platforms that I've mentioned, $5 is the minimum.
Okay.
Still very reasonable. And, a lot of the accounts that I use too, especially at Fidelity, there's no minimums to get started. Some of these other brokerage companies, they have, $2,500 and those limitations to get started with an IRA. But I feel that Fidelity is very flexible and accommodating in many ways. If you do work in an industry where you don't have a built-in retirement account, I would suggest that that's a place that you can explore setting up one for yourself, because just because your employer doesn't provide it to you, we still need it. So you have to do it for yourself.
So in your portfolio, is VTI your mainstay, like your favorite that you have? Because I know you mentioned it quite a bit. Or is it something that really you're like, oh my God, this is it, you know?
I guess for an ETF, I'll say yes. It's up
Okay.
there as my one of my favorites.
Okay. And is that also because then with the fee that they charge you isn't as much either, correct? That's all
Oh, yeah.
factors into
That
it.
that
Okay.
that that is a factor that's makes it that has made it, uh, from the start, I knew was a good fit for what I was trying to accomplish. And as I do invest into, VOO also, which has the same expense ratio, but I hadn't discovered SPLG before VOO. Those are
So
both.
VOO.
Yes.
Okay.
That's the Vanguard S&P 500, and then VTI is the Vanguard total US stock market, not just the top 500 companies.
Got you.
So, but both very good, choices, beginner-friendly choices, you know?
Okay.
But as
And
far
Chad is saying stockpile is amazing for people no absolutely nothing who know nothing about stock and investing. Um, the Great Hunt 62, thank you for being here once again. I have brokerage accounts with Webull, Moomoo, Robinhood, and Chase. Full service brokers like Charles Schwab and Fidelity offer a more complete package, checking accounts, money market, and cashback credit cards. Um, Sylvia, is Stockpile an app? I have no idea. A lot of people, so I do have Charles Schwab as well in that pie situation.
Mhm.
I did this 2 years ago and it's been working well. I mean, I let it sit there, but it says here, Jerry, how you doing, Jerry Bancroft? Thank you for being here. Robinhood sucks because of what they did to GameStop and AMC investors. They should never be forgiven for that. The credit card was a redemption at first, but the data points are showing some issues. All right. So, Jerry, thank you for being here. I appreciate that. I haven't seen you before. I thank you for being here. M1 is the king of pie investing, unless you're a long-term, weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly investor and enjoy percentage-based investing items don't make sense. Now, how about these here? People are throwing things out here. I have no idea, my love. What is this?
I don't know what land is. O is Realty Income. Yeah, Stag, I'm familiar with Stag. I'm not sure exactly what kind of, investment it is. What kind of company it is, but I know they pay a monthly dividend. That's seen as a dividend, a strong, dividend investment. But yeah, I don't know every ticker symbol off the top of my head when I see them, Joe.
No, let me tell you something. Right now, I've learned more. My head is going to explode in the last 45 minutes than ever on this topic. I'm not just saying it, I'm not gassing it. It's the honest to God truth.
Uh-huh.
And you're going to make me then tonight go back now. I'm going to go sign up for Webull and Moomoo through your referral links. People, please do that. And here, Jerry's saying you're talking about VTI, but we all know there's a downturn coming in January. What are your thoughts about balancing growth with covered calls like JEPI, JEPQ, SPYI, QYLD, ETC, etc.?
I think that if that is your strategy, that you should go for it. I am a pretty basic investor. I don't and another thing I've talked about this a few times with Rod from or you points blank investing with Rod.
Right.
Once I get focused on investing into something, I pretty much stick to building out that position. So, I would have very small positions in a lot of different things if I had to split my budget across so many different investment choices. But I think that all of those ETFs that he mentions could be a good choice. And if he has enough in his budget to build out all of those different positions, and then perhaps go back to VTI, then that's the fit for him.
And here, so Rod entered a position for VGT. Looking forward to see what it does. What's VGT?
I think that's a total international. Let's see, Vanguard Information Technology ETF.
Okay. And then someone has Memphis Mike has a question for you. Thoughts on our $35 trillion in debt and the play against it?
I don't have I don't have a comment for that one.
Jesse, YouTube experiment. Realty income is known as a monthly dividend. Okay. That's what you had mentioned earlier. Um, and then it says here, like you had just mentioned, realty income is one of the stability plays. Like you said, it's because they don't move, right?
Yes, but it has not been. I said it in my dividend portfolio update for this month. Yes, you get a steady monthly dividend, but because it's real estate and we've been having issues in that area over the last few years, and the rates are just starting to come down, and for whatever reason, I have other investments other monthly paying investments that are performing better. So I haven't gotten the sheer appreciation that I had hoped for to be paired with that monthly dividend. But I'm still holding. And it's sheer size wise, it's one of my larger positions. I have over 100 shares.
Wow. So Sylvia
It,
says, do
it,
you have
it's
a
not an
video?
expensive stock,
No,
Joe.
no, but
It's not
nonetheless,
impressive.
no, but nonetheless, like Sylvia's saying now, do you have a video on how to find fractional shares on Fidelity or Webull? I have Fidelity, but no idea on how to navigate it outside of my Roth IRA. I did buy 3 shares of a stock.
I have a video on fractional share investing on Webull. I did it a while ago. Um, I don't have a video on how to do it on Fidelity, but I'm telling you, it's not hard. I make my teenage daughter do it. I tell her, honey, there's $50 in your account. Here, you have to go buy a little of the Tesla and the this and the that and the Home Depot, and she does it.
Now,
So
what do you think is going to be? Well, let me look at John's question first. I have liked shoving money into the ETF CIBR over the past year. I also work in cybersecurity and know most of the companies it holds. Knowledge is power. So I'm guessing that's a cybersecurity company.
yeah, not familiar with that one.
I'm laughing here. Look at Chad knows. Oh man, Jerry, you may be getting in the weeds for this crowd.
With what you just read?
Yeah, because
I'm
Jerry
looking at the
obviously knows his stuff.
yeah.
Jerry, um, and again, this is the first time really on this channel that I've done this, and it's definitely not going to be the last if you are willing to be here.
See, I'm the weirdo to the community that's having you guys have
No,
to do all of this
you,
stock market stuff.
my love, you are not the weirdo. You're the one that actually has the courage to come on here and totally flip us on our heads, because these are questions that people have, and that's one of the reasons why I started the channel to begin with. There's a big disconnect between people and the knowledge they get and where they get it and how they get it, depending on where you live, depending on your education, depending on your upbringing. And I started doing this to try to level the playing field and bring information to people. And you're right now offering what a lot of people don't know but always thought about. But like you could always Google something, but you never know what the heck you're going to get when you Google it, right? So
Mhm.
you're talking real life experience, going through it and putting it in not only as a professional but as a mom. And to me that holds more value than anything else, because what you're
Yeah.
doing,
Listen,
it
when it
affects your family.
yes, and trust me, when it comes to my daughter's portfolio, I mean, the only right now everything is green, very green. The only thing that was red a couple months back was Tesla, and now her Tesla is up over 100%. Um, but yeah, when it came to her investments, I wanted everything to be perfect.
So and so how old is your daughter, if you don't mind me asking?
She's 16.
Oh, okay, so she's a sophomore or junior in high school, right?
Yes, junior.
Okay. So do you think she'll go into the financial field when she goes into college, or
Oh, no. I think she'll be artistic or a music producer or
that's cool.
something fabulous and have maybe I don't wanna say I don't know. She'll have piercings and a tattoo on her arm. I don't know.
God, I love you. The
She'll be
mom
an
just came
artist.
out. You shifted gears from stocks to this is my kid.
No,
I love
yeah,
it.
I think she's gonna be artistic. I don't think she's gonna be sitting in any, crunching any numbers. That's what people don't know what I do. My family that that have never understood what I've been doing at work all along, they just say Lisa crunches the numbers.
And they oversimplify it because it's not that. Yeah, it's. But investing with Rod says, "Let me make it easier, Lisa, and log in under this channel." And then he says, "How long did you focus on Maine as one of your core investments?"
Oh, I'm still buying Maine, but it's been, I don't know, it's been like, over a year and a half now.
Okay.
It's been a while.
So Tech Yoda says here, I use very simple portfolio, 90-10 VTI SGOV. All of my crypto is my fund money, and I keep it less than 5% of my assets. Simple, stable, and performant.
Mm.
And then Dell has a question for you here. How many shares do you have in SCHD?
How many shares do I have? Shall I
And she
look?
pulls out the phone.
Should I
Uh-oh.
look to give an honest answer? I don't know all my share sizes. It's less than 100, even
Okay.
after
And what
the
is that
split.
CHD again?
That's the Charles Schwab.
The Charles Schwab?
It's a
Okay.
dividend, ETF. Oh,
Okay.
Maine just paid my, I went into my app and it's telling me that Maine paid my dividends. 38 shares of Maine.
There you go. Look at that. See, guys, and it was that on Weeble, Lisa?
No, it
Or
was on
Moomoo?
Moomoo.
Just asking for the crowd. Just asking. Texas Dog.
SCHD, I only have 36 shares. Now that was a new addition to my portfolio in 2024.
So
SCHD.
Texas Dog is saying, is Wepa. Thank you for the super chat, Texas Dog. Texas Dog is the best. He's been here every single week. I love it. I love
I
it.
guess
I
that
love it.
means he wants the show to end. He's heard
No,
enough.
no, hell no. I'm not gonna do that. Nope. But I will give you one myself, Texas Dog, and I'm gonna do one today that's gonna be super special because I'm gonna do it in Lisa's name. So Lisa's gonna get credit for this one, all right? Because these guys are cruel, Lisa. They'll give you a 0.5 out of 10. So I don't want to
Uh-huh.
do that to you because you are dropping bombs on us today. Not gems, bombs, because you're blowing people's minds. Texas Dog, don't leave because I'm gonna give it to you. So I love what Sylvia says here about you. Hold on. You're not a weirdo, Lisa. This is super helpful for someone who knows next to nothing about stocks and investing. You see? That's what I love. I love the fact I always feel, Lisa, if you can get one person, teach that one, that extends to others.
Mm-hmm.
So look at this. Sylvia, thank you for that, my love. I appreciate that. CJ, Joe's lives are true gems. CJ, thank you for that. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you. Sean says, Joe, Lisa, this is great info. Again, Lisa, I'm telling you, you're the first one I've had doing this. So, Vincent, thank you for the super chat. Thank you very much for everything, Lisa. I mean, you got people here. Oh, by the way, at Sylvia Stockpile is an app and it has a robust help section. Thank you for that, Chad. I appreciate that, puppy. Money earned from a side hustle can be designated towards investing. That's exactly what I'm doing. Dell from X Prince. Dell is a 25-year-old young man living here in Jersey who is so knowledgeable. I had him here about a month ago, and I would love to get multiple of us here one night, Lisa, if you're up for it, and get your perspectives on stuff while with other people on the panel. I think that would be great. Okay. Oh, look who's here, Mr. Sledge. Mr. Sledge. Sledge Inc. team. Salute, Sledge. How you doing, Papi? Everybody, yo, and then but Sledge is so funny. I'm ready to vote for the Wepa. Yo, that's messed up. Leave her alone, Sledge. That's bullying. Leave Lisa alone.
Sledge, last night I was gonna put in the chat that I wasn't gonna come on today because I was scared for the way you were treating Tasha. And then you got Chad up there. Everybody was up there. I said, "Oh, they better not pull nothing like this on me."
No. See, I'm looking out for you, right? 100. I told you I would. I have. See, look, this is great info, Lisa. I love this. Robin Hood did us dirty. Vanguard for the win. Tech Yoda. Lisa, if you ever want to do a collab, just reach out. Joe has my info. Happy to talk finance any day of the year. He is, when I tell you Ernest knows his stuff, it is ridiculous. And he has his own channel, and he's going to really change the focus of it in 2025 to focus more on this. So I think it'll be amazing. What's up, Sledge? Look at this. Lisa has indefinite knowledge. She's so valuable to the community. The love is real, Lisa. And this is my man, Joe. How you doing, Joe? Thank you so much for being here. And Joe is like on the other side of the world. I'm not even exaggerating. He always comes through. Thank you for that, Joe. Thank you for being here. I appreciate that. Lisa, they want to know your YouTube channel name. Can you put it? I don't know if can you type in the comments?
I am not a mod. Is there a mod that could put that for you?
Chad or John, can you do me a favor and put it, her channel up, please? I should have had it on the ticker. I'm sorry, sweetheart.
Is it in the description? Let's see.
You know what? Hold on. I'm going to do something that I haven't done before. Let me see if I can actually pull this off. Yeah. Let me see if I can go to present. Share screen. Share. So, Lisa, that's it's at Lisa J Stocks.
Listen, you got me caught there in a little funny looking weird face.
No. You know what it was? I was looking. This was the one you put up today, right?
Yes, I have the same shirt on.
Oh, that's why. But your mic color is different. I love you. Your mic.
I changed it to pink.
You think, I love it. I love it. That is so cool. But it's Lisa J Stocks right there, guys, as you can see. She's just amazing. So I have here, see, you got people wanting a collab here. You just broke through a wall that we haven't done. For those who are curious, when Lisa refers to shares in the range of 100, that is because in the stocks, 100 shares is a lot. Lisa is a beast in the game and doing new investors a valuable service. So I just think that is, thank you, chat, for that. Stacy, how you doing? Hey, y'all, don't know much I missed. Stace, it's been a movie. Honestly, we've been going on almost an hour and 20 minutes or more, and you really got to see it all, Stacy. I can't even recap it for you, my love, because Lisa has just been fuego, on fire. I'm telling you. Look at this. And Ernest, Lisa live stream. Everybody loves Ernest. And Epic, they would be Epic.
Tech Yoda.
Yep.
Ernest. Okay.
Joe, thank you so much again for the super chat. Yo, coming in hot. Thank you so much, Papi. I appreciate that. Thank you so much for being a part of this, as always. I really do appreciate you. Thank you. Dell says he slacked. So, and here's your YouTube. Thank you so much, CJ. I appreciate you, Papi, for putting that up. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I think I have a pretty easy to search name.
Now, is Joy your last name?
No, it's my middle name.
Middle name. Okay,
it is really my name. That's what the J means, but people don't. That's what I thought. You know me on Discord, so you saw the Joy.
No, I love it. That's a beautiful name. Dell says he's got me. Look at this. All right, we got at Lisa J Stocks. And it says here, we need a Chad Money Minutes and Lisa J Stocks collab. Everybody, look at what you're doing here.
Oh, it's Sledge. Sledge has said this already before.
Everybody is just, thank you, Del, for that. I appreciate it. Oh, look, so serious. It's been
Tell
serious.
Them, Joe, all they have to do is reach out to me. You said, Lisa, you come on the show, and here I am.
She's not kidding, guys. This has been literally, she could have been on a couple of weeks ago, but it's just, I already had people laid out, but here we go. And this has been amazing, especially to start the year in 2 weeks. It's New Year's Eve. And 2025, we all make our, what is it? The, resolutions. And if your resolution,
don't wait, do it today.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. But this is a good way to see what's going on. So Ivan, Ivan, I know it's been more serious than normal. I know. Look, Sylvia just subscribed. Can't wait to check out your channel.
Thank you, Sylvia.
Look, don't feel bad. I wear the same shirt every day. I have 10 of the exact same shirts.
No, I change my shirts. Even if I am kind of bulk recording, I get them. I go change my shirt.
I love it. I love it. People, they could pick it out. Look at this. I would like to pat, and I'm going to give you credit, Sledging team on the back for inviting Lisa to the community. 100%, Lisa. I remember when Sledge called me. He goes, "Yo, I got this person named Lisa." I said, "Really?"
Well, Calvin, I didn't get to meet him in person, but Calvin was the reason why I think I got I got the invite over to the community.
Oh, because once you get Calvin is like the blessing from the Pope. Yes. Calvin and his channel is amazing. You know, and I love Calvin. 850 Club credit.
I didn't realize that because we did he did a premiere of me being on his show, and I was sitting here one day and I'm like, man, every time I look at my phone, I have 10 or 20 more subscribers. It is because he had premiered our episode.
Lisa, when I tell Lisa, you're not kidding, and people here in the community that have dealt with him know it. That's like Christmas. When you're with Calvin, I guarantee you the subs come in like that because he has over 110,000 subscribers himself. And he's so animated and passionate. So, yeah. Calvin, thank you. Thank you for giving all of us this chance. You know, I appreciate it. So look, Dell's New Year's resolution to invest 150 a week in his portfolio. Nice. He started in early November. That works. Lisa took the words out of my mouth. Start your New Year resolutions today. Look at this. Calvin is the man. Oh, wait, here's Ivan. Just kidding. I was referring about the screenshot of Lisa on YouTube channel. Oh, because you were serious when I paused you on your. I'm sorry. That's where it paused. So, Lisa, before we go, because we're going on 9:00, if you had to give one piece of advice to those that are beginners and well-heeled for 2025, what is your outlook? What do you think? What would it be?
I don't understand the question, Joe. So what is my one piece of advice?
Like for somebody that's new, like Sylvia, that's saying she wants to get into it, but then you have people like Tech Yoda that's been in it and know it, and Chad and everybody else, Jeffrey. What would you say is coming up for 2025 as an advice, or what would you think is something that they should consider, or something like that?
Well, I'm not going to give you an investment choice. This is what I want you to do. This is my encouragement, is to evaluate where you're at. Take a look at what you have so far and think about the future. And what I mean by that is when do you think you're going to retire? Figure out how much do you potentially, and I mean, if you're 40, the further you are from retirement, the harder this is going to be. But because we don't know if they're going to raise the retirement age. We don't know what Social Security is going to look like, but do the legwork to figure out what you're on track to accomplish for yourself. Because if you don't have a goal, then what are you working towards? And I just want us to be prepared and not out here dependent on something that doesn't exist. When the time comes around, dependent on the government, because we don't know what Social Security, what Medicare, we don't know what these things are going to look like. So do your best to figure out where you're at now and make goals and plug away at them and have a plan on how you can build the best life for yourself going forward. And if you are already in a good place, once you evaluate all of that, bring your kids along with you and invest for them. Not just all of the Christmas presents and all the other stuff that we spend money on.
So true. And Lisa, I got to tell you, you were the first person that I've ever had that this far into it, almost at the end, where I haven't done, and I'm shocked that no one has asked me, my Extra Wallet promo. Because Extra Wallet, is one of my affiliates. They got their 50% off for Christmas. Use my code Joe Barreto and get an additional money off. Check out the links on the bottom. Hit that like and subscribe. Subscribe over to Lisa's channel. Guys, I know some of you already did. You are the first literally that threw me off my game.
I guess that's because I talk too much, Joe.
No. Oh, heck no. I'm going to tell you right now. I swear to God, I texted my niece earlier that you were going to be on because she's 24 and is a boss. She's at a high level management job with Ulta already. And at 24, she's killing it. And she invests, she puts money like you. When she saw you were coming, she hit me up. She's like, Uncle Joey, I'm on. So I can't thank you enough for really. I love being thrown out of my game because that means I'm actually locked in and learning and listening. And I appreciate that because honestly, this wallet would have come out an hour and a half ago. So,
well, I wasn't even here at the beginning of the show, so I don't know what was throwing you off.
What I did at the beginning? I told them at the beginning because last week I came on live and Amex was offering a $200 Hilton credit with the business platinum, and Amex told me personally that it had to be used at a property. People were saying you could buy gift cards. I went out and bought one and got credited for it. So I was able to at least show people that it's still doable with that. So if you have a business platinum right now or want to apply for one, double dip and get the one now in December because it resets in January. So that's what I was talking about earlier. But you have here for sure, invest with your kids. Anthony Venture, Papi, you're never too late. Anthony is the man. I love Anthony. He was the first one to ever introduce me to everybody else and have me live on his channel. Anthony's the man, Lisa. He is just, God bless you, Anthony. Thank you. Say hi to Kate for me. Look, the extra promo. You know I had to do it, Del. Come on. All right. Thumbs up, please. Yo, Texas Dog, man. I love you so much, Texas Dog. Thank you so much here. Sledge, hit that like and subscribe at Lisa's channel. Absolutely, mi gente. And look at this. Jonathan, who's out there on vacation. Oi, my head is exploding here in the EU at 3 a.m. Amazing investment info to digest. I'm learning and loving it. Gracias, Joe. And la fabulosa Lisa J. Dan, you're fabulous now for people. All the way, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, my love. Look at that.
He'll be jet lagged when he comes back.
So he's taking notes.
He's wide awake because he's still on US time.
No, but I love it. But to show you how dedicated, and really, I have an amazing, amazing group of people that follow me every single week. And I'm grateful to them because they never let me down, Anthony, you got to move your goat yoga time so you don't miss things. That's right. That's right. Look, that's dedication. I also want to tell people next Tuesday, and Lisa, you're welcome to come on and win this. Next Tuesday, we're going to do, Exter gave me the opportunity to do a giveaway on the channel Christmas Eve. So it's Tuesday, but it's at 4 o'clock. It's going to be a short one. It's more of a thank you and a celebration to everybody that comes every single week. So Emmanuel at Exter, we're going to have a giveaway, but this one is going to be, you're only going to have one chance to pick one number. Every time we do it, some people are so quick and they could throw out 15 different numbers. One number, you get to pick the color of the wallet you want with a tracker attached that you could check it with your phone. If you lose your wallet, you could find it. So next week, 4 o'clock is my Christmas Eve live. It'll be short, but I want everybody to come through because I just want to thank you in person live and just really thank God for all the blessings you guys have given me this past year, especially. So next week is the Extra Live. Anthony Venture will be there, guaranteed. We're going to sing for you, actually. And we have a lot of other creators that are going to be invited to come on. Lisa, if you're done at 4 o'clock from work, I know it's Christmas Eve. You are always welcome here, my love. You never, ever, ever have to ask. You just hit me up and go, Joe, are you on? I'm coming on. And that's it. So, honestly.
Okay, Joe. Thanks for having me on.
I mean that. So, any parting words, my love? Anything?
No, thank you guys. Check out my channel and leave me a comment, leave me a suggestion on anything that you would like me to share, as far as videos. And you guys got to see a different side of me tonight because, I'm usually by myself, and I love the opportunity that you've given me tonight to just be seen by your community. And like I said, just to be able to see me in a different light and just answer some different questions. So appreciate that.
Lisa, I thank you. And on behalf of everybody here, I truly thank you because you just showed and taught so many people new things. And you also are reaching out to people that didn't get this ever, you know? And again, I say that as a Puerto Rican, as a person of color, as a person that wasn't really raised knowing these things or had the ability until later on in life that my dad learned it on his own. And I see you doing that now at a much younger age for so many people that can learn from you. You are a role model. You really and truly are. I'm blessed to have you here. I thank you for coming through. Um, and before I leave, I promised you this, guys. Texas Dog, this is for you. Lisa, you don't have headphones, so whoever has their headphones on, take them out because I'm gonna pop your ear right now. You ready for this, Lisa? This is for Lisa J. Stocks. All right, guys. I promised her this. Sledge, I'm gonna get a 10 out of 10, mi gente. I'm actually gonna drink some water. Lisa, you got this, mama. Ready? This is for you. Count me down, Lisa, to 3. Go ahead.
3, 2, 1.
Way Thank you.
Oh, you're turning red over there.
I do. And then my vein pops out. See, look, they're doing, no, QC man. I promised her no. See, thank you, Lisa. Lisa gave me a 10. Fair enough. I love you for that. Thank you. Oh my God. Yo, look at Sledge. You're a hater. Sledge is such a hater. 9.8. 9.99. All right, you know what?
I'm laughing. I'm turning red too.
Yo, Lisa, you've been a movie. Thank you so much. You do have, honestly, you have a home here anytime.
Oh, Sledge gave me a negative.
I told you he's a beast. Wow.
Listen, if I would have known, I would have. Listen, I don't got a wrench over here. I would have timed Sledge out.
Yo, Texas Dog, you're right. I have done better, but I swear I'm not making this up. Sledge knows and Chad knows. The 3 of us, and we haven't seen each other, are sick and on antibiotics. I have a sinus infection, so it's just I'm a little off. But this was, forget it. I mean, look at this. 9.9. Do you ever think you would be able to do this, Lisa? Or would you do a Tasha Wepa? Tasha came in and went like this.
Listen. Listen. I'm about to get off. I'm about to turn off my camera. I'm getting shy.
Oh, Tristan, and let me ask you this, and then we're gonna call it a night. Lisa, what was your first credit card ever?
My first. Oh, it was a credit card that I got at the university, like outside of the outside of the cafeteria. So it was a major credit card. I don't know what it was, but I'll give you 3. Then I got a Sears card and I had a Learner's card that I can
Learners,
remember.
the store, Learners?
Yeah, the women's clothing store. Yes.
Oh. See, people don't know about that life, about registering for a credit card at college. I remember they used to literally give you the application right there, and they gave you a cup and some pens. It's, that was the, my God, that is hilarious. What school did you go to?
I'm not going to say.
So I went to St. John's in Queens for undergrad and grad, but that's where I got my first card. It was a Bank of Ohio. God knows the interest rate back in the 80s was, Jesus, 20 something percent. It was ridiculous,
Mhm.
but it was brutal. Like I thought I was the man being able to pay for gas with a card when I was only 18, but everybody's saying, look at this. They remember those cards, Dillards, learners, a little too young for that. See, the love is there. They're saying you're too young. Neiman Marcus.
Oh,
So
that's fancy.
that's fancy, right? Well, my love, have a good night. Thank you for being here. Please, my love to the family. I appreciate the time you took to share your knowledge with us. Everyone, check out Lisa's channel, please. Lisa, when is your next live? Do you go live? When do you drop your videos normally?
I do not have a schedule on when I drop my videos.
Okay.
I never have in the 2 years yet, but I've been trying to go live every Sunday, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And guys, if anyone is interested in collabing or coming on for an interview with me, you can feel free to email me.
That's awesome. Lisa, thank you. Mi gente, like I always tell you, you could be anywhere else. You chose to be here, and we appreciate it. But more than anything else, we appreciate you for giving us the privilege of your time. See you Christmas Eve at 4 p.m. Eastern, extra wallet giveaway. We're going to sing some crazy songs, talk some crazy credit card stuff. I love you guys. God bless you. Lisa, my love, God bless you. You take care. Have a good night, guys.
Good night.